Hello and welcome to another manga spotlight. So this is Succubus and Hitman, and this is exactly what it sounds like. So I'm going to just read the brief description. So it's the violence gun action. Okay, that doesn't really make any sense. Maybe the violent gun action manga story. Anyways, it's a story that centers on a dual gun-wielding protagonist who makes a deal with the devil to reap the souls of sinners. Well, not really the devil, more like the succubus, but yeah. So basically, it's about a guy who makes a deal with the succubus to get revenge on the people who murdered his family. So I'm just gonna jump right in. So we start off with our main protagonist getting shot in the head and dying. And then he wakes up, and this is where we meet our secondary protagonist, the succubus. So our main character is Shoya, and our succubus is named Armelina. And basically she kind of explains to him like, hey, you died, you right before you died, you kind of sold your soul before you were killed. Like you're basically cursing your family's murderers right before you died. So we reincarnated you into a new body, and now you work for me, and I will give you powers, and in return you give me the souls of evildoers. And yeah, so our main character is reincarnated into the body of someone else that was just about to die. So someone else who was already pretty much gone, and there's nothing left but a shell of a body. And so now our character has a new family, like a new mom, a new sister, and he doesn't really have like memory of that guy's life. So yeah, it's now him trying to worm his way into this new family's life while at the same time going after the people that murdered his previous family. Yeah, so basically, I guess what happened, we don't really know too much about, well, I guess we kind of know a little bit about why they went after his family. Basically, his dad owed like the Yakuza or something a bunch of money, and he basically left, or he died, or something happened. And so the Yakuza came and they basically cut off our main hero's legs. They did this right here to his mom before killing her, and then they kidnapped his sister. And right before they shot our main character in the head as he was basically bleeding out to death, that's when he wished that he could get revenge, and all that stuff happened. So I will say that this series repeats itself way too many times. There's like 8 chapters out right now, I believe, at the time of this recording. The very first 6 chapters has a flashback to our hero and his mom getting this. And yeah, so be prepared to see that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it's just like, I get it. You just have to tell it to me once. Like I'm reading your manga from the beginning. I know what happens. You don't have to show me the same scene over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's really annoying, and you could have been using that time to go more in depth into our character's personality, maybe show some of him mingling with his new family and get a little bit of slice of life about that. Maybe him gathering more information. It's just like you give me like a third of the chapter is just a flashback that I've already seen in the previous chapter, and the previous chapter before that, and the previous chapter before that, and then the rest of it is like the actual cool stuff. So that's a very huge hit in regards to this. Something that like, I wish they could just like, all right, like enough already. Thankfully, it seems that that's kind of done with, but we'll see. So anyways, yeah, she explains like, hey, like you're in this new body, and here's some weapons, and all I want in return is I'll give you these basically hell weapons. I will give you powers so that like if you're hurt, I'll heal you, and in return you have to just kill a bunch of evildoers and allow me to feast on their souls. And I was like, all right, that's a really cool like premise. I love the idea of somebody hunting down evil souls for hell. I mean, it's not something that's like new. It's been done before. Spawn does it, right? Spawn, he hunts down like souls for hell. And there's also that 1995, I believe, mid to late 90s TV series Millennium, which basically had the same premise. A cop gets killed, but not before his wife gets this, and then basically hell allows him to leave hell and like hunt down like the evil souls that have escaped from hell. So the premise is basically the same as that. But it's a premise that I like. I don't know. I love the idea of someone working for hell, hunting down evil souls. Either souls that have escaped from hell or souls that need to go to hell and somehow refuse to, and you have to hunt them down. Like, that's just such a cool idea to me. So yeah, we're also introduced to another character. This girl right here, the one that's crying. And her name is Kururi, and she is a hacker. And she basically ends up on the wrong side of the Yakuza, and her story is pretty interesting. So she's like a huge otaku weeb, like she loves cosplaying and stuff like that. And apparently she hacked into a account and stole a lot of money, not knowing that the account belonged to the Yakuza. And the reason why she did that was because she wanted to do a bunch of gacha pulls. So she wanted a bunch of money so she can do 100 gacha pulls so she can get, I guess, a gacha that she was aiming for. And because of that, she fell on the wrong side of the Yakuza. And right before the Yakuza are about to brutally murder her, our hero, Shoya, shows up. And basically, he acts all badass and just shoots everybody. And then he basically hires her onto his group. And pretty much like, hey, you're a hacker. I need information on the people who killed my family in my previous life. If you do this for me, I won't let the succubus eat your soul. But if you don't, then she's going to eat your soul. So he kind of threatens her onto the team. And then eventually she's able to help track down one of the Yakuza members, the one that we constantly see in flashbacks doing this to his mom. So I'm pretty sure you can kind of figure out how that little arc ends. And once that little arc ends, we don't get any more flashbacks of that happening anymore. Thank God. Whether we get more flashbacks of it happening, for the next arc, who knows? But all I know is that we've gone like 2 or 3 chapters without having that damn flashback over and over again. So, yay for small miracles. Like, seriously, like it's literally every single chapter. Like, I'm one of those people where I don't like seeing that kind of stuff. And if I know a manga has a lot of it, I tend to not read that manga. And I tend to not watch movies and stuff like that has that kind of stuff in it. Just because I don't really like, not only do I not, I mean, obviously, most normal people, I'm assuming, don't like that kind of stuff. But it bothers me too much. And I just, but if it's like here or there, I can deal with it. But literally every single chapter we had that scene. And it's like, we see it in detail. We don't just see like, him mentioning it, like we actually see it happening. It's like, all right, come on, man. It's like, it'll be like if you're reading Berserk and then you see that famous Casa Griffin eclipse scene over and over, like every single chapter. Like every single chapter that comes out, we have to have a flashback to that scene again and again and again and again and again and again for like, 6 chapters, 7 chapters in a row. It's like, all right, enough already. Like, I get it. Like, I already know what happened. You don't have to keep pounding that into my head. So yeah, I know I kind of keep bringing this up, but it is really annoying. But thankfully, we have a scene where he fights the dude that does that to his mom. And once that little arc is done and he moves on to the next target, we don't have to deal with that flashback anymore, at least for the time being. And our hero is pretty cool. Like, he kind of looks a little bit nerdy, with all glasses and stuff like that. Like, he looks like, I'm not saying people with glasses are nerds, but like in anime, he kind of looks like that kind of nerdish, brains, not much strength kind of, character trope. But he's not. He's actually really good at what he does. And he is very, like, brutal. He doesn't just want to kill his targets. He wants to hurt them before they die. And, yeah, as he says here, I'll torture him until he spits out everything he knows. And, yeah, that's basically what he does. And eventually he comes across other characters that also have succubus. Well, he comes across another girl that has a succubus, and he kind of briefly teams up with her. And then we haven't seen them interact with this other character yet, but there's another character who has an incubus. And we don't know really his story. Her story is kind of almost similar to our main character, where she was kind of like, like mistreated and stuff like that, and she wants revenge. The guy, we don't really know. But I'm going to kind of end this here because I don't want to be spoiling everything. But yeah, Succubus and Hitman, pretty good story. Like the artwork is good. The story itself, like the premise, is great. My only one nitpick is just the constant flashback to the same scene that we've seen over and over again. And I'm sure you guys right now are like getting annoyed with me repeating that. Well, that's nowhere close to how annoyed I was with this series repeating that scene. It's like, all right, we get it. Move on. So, other than that, though, I've enjoyed the series so far. It's pretty good. I don't really think that this should be categorized as a shonen, though. I mean, between this and this, yeah, this should not be a shonen. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys have any recommendations for like manga or for manga or comics or anything like that, just let me know. But yeah, and also sorry for taking so long before getting another video up. I guess now that the review is over, I will talk briefly about it very shortly. So basically what happened was I was busy with Thanksgiving, and immediately after Thanksgiving I got sick, and I got like really sick to the point where I was bedridden. Like I couldn't even get out of bed. I couldn't even lift my head up from my pillow without wanting to throw up. It was terrible, and that was basically my situation for the whole week. It wasn't until like maybe, so I got this like on Saturday. It wasn't until maybe Wednesday that I was even okay enough to just look at my phone. So that's why there's been no video ups. But this is going to be recording 1 of 4 that I'm going to be doing today. 1 of 3 or 4 series that I've already got lined up. So I'm going to try to just record them all right now in a quick batch. That way I'll have like the next month or so videos prepared. So yeah, hopefully you guys look forward to that. But yeah, sorry about that. But anyways, hope you guys have a good one. Take care. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.